Hello engineers, welcome in the module 1 of the course How to Read P&ID from Beginner to Industry Expert. In this module, we are going to discuss about the Introduction to Piping and Instrumentation Diagram. Okay, we will see the overview of the P&ID and we will build up our basics around the P&ID. Okay, so the learning objective of the module 1 is, first of all, we will understand that what a P&ID is. What is the purpose of the P&ID as a communication tool across design, construction, operation and safety point of view, and why every engineer in oil and gas, LNG, refinery and petrochemical must be able to read it. Whether you are process engineer, chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, instrumentation engineer, electrical engineer, you must read the P&ID. You must know how to read the P&ID. That is very important because this is the initial document of the whenever you will work in any project as a, let's suppose if you are in EPC, EPCM and PMC companies or consultancy companies or designing companies. So this is the first formal documentation of plant engineering and design. If you are in plant, so to understand the plant, to know the plant, P&ID is must. Okay, so you must know that how to read the P&ID. Got it? So before going ahead, I would like to tell you that I have prepared a complete course about the how to read piping and instrumentation diagram from beginner to industrial expert. Okay, so here you can see that there are total 16 modules which I have prepared. For example, module 1 introduction to piping and instrumentation diagram, module 2 engineering document, etc. Right? So here you will get recorded lectures, PDF, quizzes. You will have any doubt, there is my WhatsApp number. You can simply connect with me and you can ask your doubt. So enroll because there is a huge discount for first 100 students. Now let's continue. Then we will also identify the major components of a P&ID including equipment, pipeline, valves, instruments and control loops, and we will also distinguish the key differences between process flow diagram and P&ID. P&ID is nothing but a advanced version of the PFD or process flow diagram, right? So we will discuss about it and we will also see the difference between the PFD and P&ID. In the last of the module, we will recognize real industrial application of P&ID across project phases. We will understand how P&ID knowledge drives career growth for design, site, commissioning, maintenance and operations engineers. Okay, so we will discuss this in this module, and if you will have any doubt like in a course or in a video, you can simply let me know in my WhatsApp number and I will provide my WhatsApp number here. Also you can message me in the WhatsApp, you can message me in the group and personal as well. Okay, so let's start the module number 1 first lecture. So first of all, we will understand that what is a P&ID. You will see here the one typical P&ID of the DM plant. Okay, so what is a P&ID basically? Okay, so what is the definition of the P&ID? So a piping and instrumentation diagram is a detailed schematic that shows all piping. You can see here the piping. Okay, this is your piping. Equipment, you can see here the equipment, instrumentation and control devices within a process system. This is your P&ID. Okay, and you can also say that it is the formal documentation of plant engineering and design. Okay, so piping and instrumentation diagram is nothing but a diagram or a document, a formal document where you show all the piping, equipment, instrumentation and control loops and devices. Okay, whatever are being used in the plant. Okay, now what is the purpose of the P&ID? What is the purpose? Why we are using? Why we must read the P&ID? So a P&ID serves as the primary communication. Okay, means the first document we can also say. Okay, so primary communication tool across design, construction, commissioning, operation and safety disciplines throughout the plant life cycle. See, when you prepare the P&ID, you means who is the responsible for P&ID? Process. process department and process engineer, right? So when we prepare the P&ID is the primary communication tool for whom? See, when you prepare the P&ID, so you send then that P&ID or you issue that P&ID to the downstream discipline. Downstream discipline means your piping, then mechanical, electrical, instrumentation, civil, okay, and in site as well. Okay, so you issue the P&ID so that they can do their work and they can issue their deliverables. For example, isomatics, okay, they can prepare the data sheet. For example, mechanical can work on the detailing of the MDS mechanical data sheet. Same, civil can work on the foundation. Instrumentation can do the instrumentation work, for example, issuing the instrumentation data sheet, etc. Got it my point? So P&ID is very important for downstream discipline, and the primary owner of the P&ID is your process department. Got it my point? So that's why P&ID is the primary communication tool, whether you are working in the plant as well as whether you are working in any project as well. Now, what a P&ID contains, what information is available in the P&ID? First of all, your process equipment, okay, all process equipment, vessels, pump, compressor, heat exchanger, tank, every process equipment will be available in the P&ID. Pipelines and flow direction indicators will be available. Valves, whether it is manual, control valve, safety valve, isolation valve, on-off valve, it will be available in the P&ID. Instruments, like whether it is sensor, transmitter, analyzer, it will be available in the P&ID. Control loops and interlocks will be also available in the P&ID. I will show you the sample as well. Line identification numbers and service label will be also available in the P&ID. For example, which line is DM water line, which line is cooling water line, which line is hydrochloric acid line, etc. It is available in the P&ID. Then utility connections and time points is also available in the P&ID. Okay, we will discuss about it thoroughly in our upcoming lectures as well. Just an overview here, what is a P&ID? So this is your one P&ID, you can see here. Okay, now in P&ID, as I told you in the PPT as well, it will show you your equipment. So this is your equipment, okay, this is your equipment, pump is also your equipment. Okay, now it will show you the pipeline as well. So this is the pipeline, you can see here. Major and minor, all the pipelines will be shown here. This is your minor pipeline, right, and this is your minor pipeline. So all the pipeline will be also shown here, right. This is your minor pipeline. Then the walls, you can see here, these are the walls, these walls, the walls are available in the P&ID. Instrumentations, okay, information is available in the P&ID. Interlocking will be provided in the P&ID. Now if you want to see the interlocking, so for interlocking, which document you will refer? You will refer the process control philosophy or control philosophy. Okay, so that document you can refer. This is your interlocking, you can see I1020. see, this 1020 will be associated with the pump. You can see here the pump means whenever the low level will be there of the tank, then what could happen? Your pump could be damaged. So to protect the pump from low level of the tank, you have provided here the interlocking, you have provided here the safety to the pump. Okay, so this all information will be provided in the P&ID. Same, you can see here the PI, that is your pressure gauge. Okay, valves are there. Okay, different types of the valves are there. We will discuss about it thoroughly. Okay, and your tank identification number is there, tank tag number is there. Okay, information is also provided here. Okay, I hope you got the point what we discussed in the PPT, right? Then you can see here the line number and tag number. These are your line number and tag number. This one, okay, this one is your line number and tag number. Okay, this is your line size, then unit number, then fluid code. Okay, so we will discuss about it thoroughly in our upcoming lectures. But what I said, all the minute details is available in the P&ID, as we said earlier as well, right? Now let's go ahead. That's why I am saying that all engineers working in the oil and gas, LNG, refinery and petrochemical industries must be proficient in reading and interpreting the P&ID. This is very important if you are working in the plant or if you are working as a designer engineer. Okay, this is very important. Or if you deal with the P&ID, whenever you see the P&ID, whenever in your working the P&ID is involved, please read about the P&ID, which is very important. Now we will discuss that why is P&ID important. Okay, why must we read the P&ID? Why must we learn to read the P&ID? So first of all, P&ID is the heart of the process plant. Why? Because you can trace the plant with the help of the P&ID. In P&ID only we know that where what equipment is. Okay, which wall is where. Okay, we know that we from the office, from the DCS plant, we can check it out, that we can trace the plant, we can guide someone, right? We can work. Got it my point? And with respect to design engineer, if you want to size any equipment, if you want to size pump, compressor, heat exchanger, or if you want to prepare the pump data sheet or piping accessories data sheet, instrumentation data sheet, the P&ID document is required to provide the information, provide the process information, right? So that's why it is very important. That's why I said it is the heart of the process plant or any plant. It helps in the tracing lines, equipment, instrument, valves, control loop, etc. right? It helps in coordination between the field operator and DCS operator. I'll give you the one case study and one example as well in the last PPT of this module, which is very important to understand, right? Let's suppose if you are in the field and there is a DCS operator in the DCS and you want to operate one pump or you want to change over the centrifugal pump. So if you, let's suppose in a field or in the DCS, let's suppose if you do not know anything about the pump or centrifugal pump or the pump loop, you can simply refer the P&ID, right? Then with respect to design and engineering point of view, so P&ID serves as the primary basis for all engineering decisions, as I told you earlier. Okay, this is the first document which you issued to your downstream discipline and they work on their deliverables. For example, piping will work on the 3D modeling, mechanical will work on the detailing of their tanks or their mechanical deliverables, same civil will work on the foundation. Okay, instrumentation will be work on the instrumentation data sheets and their procurement. Okay, then the procurement specification and equipment selection throughout the project cycle. See, when you issue the first time P&ID, okay, and after that when you revise the P&ID again and again, same the other discipline, other downstream discipline also revise their deliverables again and again. Okay, so that's why the P&ID, the importance of P&ID is very important to the other department as well. And I hope you are able to understand the importance of the P&ID. It plays a central role in the plant as well as in the designing phase as well. Now with respect to construction and commissioning point of view, it guides installation team on site. Of course it will guide and verify system readiness before startup. Okay, where so the P&ID could ensure that the equipment is at that place, what nozzles are there and the nozzle orientation, size, etc. right? And ensuring all piping, instrumentation and controls are correctly installed. Okay, you can ensure this with the P&ID, right? A process engineer will come in the plant, okay, and the commissioning engineer will go in the plant with the P&ID. Okay, he or she will check it out and they can ensure whether there is any mistake or not. Okay, and it can eliminate the hazard as well or the risk as well, right? I hope you understood then why is P&ID important.